business. Father, I'm grateful for the citizens that have come out here tonight to be a part of this discussion and to learn what's going on in their city. Father, I'm so thankful for our city employees. As we learned in the workshop, all the hard work they're doing. We are a very busy town. We got a lot going on, a lot of people wanting to be in this area, and that puts a lot on the shoulders of our employees. And we're certainly thankful for the efforts that they give and the wisdom that they have as they go about their day. Keep them safe throughout their duties. Be with all of us tonight. Help us to make decisions that are wise and continue to move and progress our city in the right direction. Father, thank you for all you do for us, and it's in your Son's name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Now the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you all so much for being here with us this evening. Shannon, if you'll please have roll call.
Mayor Campbell,
Here.
Jonathan Kitchens,
Here.
Adam Manning,
Here.
Jonathan Lynn,
Here.
Hannah Overstreet. Here. Paul Hollingsworth.
Here.
All righty, thank you. Okay, the minutes from our organizational meeting, which was held November the 3rd. I need a motion and a second for acceptance.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Jonathan Kitchens and second by Overstreet. Any discussion? None so be. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, and our bills. Our bills in the amount of $659,268.25. Is there any questions? No motion. I need a motion and a second, please.
Mayor, I have a question.
Well, let's do the motion in a second first. Motion and.
I'll make a motion.
All right, Manning motions and
I'll second.
Lynn seconds. Now any discussion?
Okay, good. I got a question on the bill. Are we on the
Yes, sir.
bill? All right, I see we've paid Southern Steel Structures for the roof replacement on the, what do you call that?
The Swift Supply.
Swift.
Swift Supply over there where by the high school. Scott, I guess it's, did they get the job completed? Did we get, what's the status of?
TJ would probably be better when to ask him and Josh was part of that program. But they're working on it, I don't know if it's complete.
Did they get the insulation taken care of as well?
It's complete.
TK says it is complete.
Okay, they got all of the. They're just cleaning up now. Okay, they got all of, did they get the insulation and all that taken care of? Okay, that's my question, Mayor. I know you got a motion on the floor to approve the bills, is that what it is?
Yes, sir. We have a
Okay.
motion and a second. This was discussion. Is there any other discussion? If none so be, please signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Now we're moving on to a new section in our council, which is, public comments. So it would be about the agenda only, if there are any, and you're limited to 3 minutes or less. However long you are, but 3 minutes. So is there anyone that has anything to discuss about our agenda tonight?
Who's keeping time?
Oh, TK.
Oh, good.
Okay.
All righty, none at this time. Okay, our presentations, so we've heard from 2J. Okay, so afterwards, because this isn't the agenda, this is the agenda
He
only.
wants to do it on the agenda.
Oh, I'm sorry, is it on the agenda?
It's about the last meeting agenda, the previous council meeting.
Okay, I would say that would be the public comments. So at the very end, we're gonna have it again at the very end.
All right.
This is the agenda, items right now.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Okay, so we have, the first thing under presentations is the 2J Cowboy Productions. We've heard from our group and we need a motion on the floor in a second to table for now.
I make a motion that we table it for now.
Do you have a motion? Need a
I
second?
second it.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Any other discussion? If none so be, please signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. This will be tabled.
Before we get away from that, Mayor, the tabling, are we going to get counselor to check into it and what?
I
Get it
understood
what-
that
what-
from y'all. I did. I've written it down too. Oh, I'm with you. I got it.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Paul.
That's okay. I know.
Okay, second of all, we have a group here tonight, the Central Baldwin Youth Football 11U team. If you'll come up front, please, and I would love, yeah, as everybody comes up front,
Yeah, they put 'em
they
outside.
put 'em up front. They're gonna make a grand entrance.
Football players should get around.
Right, so after they, she says, come, we're gonna move down there for the picture. Okay, so after they say if they come in, we'll all go down there for the picture, so they can go.
Here they come.
Hey, John, would you run down and roll this all the way for me, please?
Y'all come and stand here in front of this table. All right, let's all line up here in front of us. And so first of all, if you'd please come over and talk in the microphone and explain everything we're doing. You all, we're very excited about this group and we're getting ready to hear all about them. This is the Super Bowl of the Youth Football League. They were at the Loxley City Council this past Monday, last week, and today they came here to us. We're very proud of this group. This is a Central Baldwin group. We have all of our Central Baldwin kids here, and we're thrilled. So please go ahead and tell us all about the exciting news.
My name's Shannon Hall. I'm the director of our Central Baldwin Youth Football and Cheer. And our 11 and 12-year-olds, which we are considered 11U team, won the Baldwin County Super Bowl last Saturday. So we are the Super Bowl. Go Bears!
Hey, come on, let's give them a standing ovation. Come on, get up, let's get them up. Yeah, there we go. Come on. We're proud of you. We're proud of you.
We're going to step on down. We're going to get ready for some pictures. We have to have some proud pictures with this group. And we would love to invite Richard Teal, Mayor Richard Teal of Loxley, to come up and be a part of us. And Coach Jones, where are you? There you are. Would love for you to come up too. And Coach Lee Wilson, I see you out there. Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Hey, Stephanie.
Adam.
Stephanie,
No, come
you
on.
want us up here today?
Everybody ready? Big smiles, guys. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, everybody show your rings.
Okay, come here. We want to hear from you. Come here. So what's your name?
Mason,
This is Mason, everybody. He's going to tell us something proud.
all I wanted to say is go Bears.
Who'd y'all play for this year?
All right, all I got to say is that we're Super Bowl champs.
Yes.
All I want to say is that we all try hard and we accomplished our goal.
I have to say, we dedicated this season to Branson. He was a part of the team. I remember whenever he first started playing in 8U, I got to be one of the ones to coach. And we've been representing him ever since he started his fight. And the good Lord decided to call him home. And so we dedicated this season to him. As far as I'm concerned, this championship belongs to him just as much as it belongs to the boys here. And I am doggone proud of them for listening to us and putting up with us. Y'all did an awesome job. Y'all deserve everything coming y'all's way.
Yay. Thank you all so much. Thank you very much. Thank you for bringing them, and thank you, parents, for bringing them up here. Y'all have a good evening.
Good job, guys. Go Bears!
No motion for a bathroom.
Okay, now Coach Wilson, the Central Baldwin Middle School cross country and track representative, Coach Wilson.
I'd like to say thank you to the Robertsdale City Council for letting us come to you tonight. I brought two of my athletes with me, and Bentley Sanders, he's our 8th grader. He was #1 in the county for us and qualified to run for state, but he had baseball workouts. So a lot of our kids are doing so many things. And then Kip Wilson, he's a 7th grader coming up. We had one little girl that's 8th grader that actually went and ran with the high school and all qualified, ran in the state tournament and the cross country meet a couple weeks ago, did real well. Come to y'all tonight to ask for a little help if possible. We had to order new uniforms because when I took over the program 2 years ago, we had 9 kids in track and 7 in cross country. Over the last 2 years combined, we had 52 in cross country this year and 58 in track. And the uniforms, the last time they were bought was in 2013.
Oh, wow.
So they're kind of run down a little bit. So we did some fundraising. City of Loxley helped us out. Citizens Bank helped us out. But with the uniform cost of what they are, we had to order 60 uniforms. They were over like $5,000. And track has changed from when you did it, Mr. A. Back when we would do the measurement.
They run now.
When we did measure, all of us coaches would get together and do the measuring and do the timing. We have to pay officials now.
Oh,
So,
really?
Between 5 track meets coming up, we're having to spend $950 just for official. And you know, track is not a sport where you make money for people coming and watching. So we come up about $1,200 short with everything we've got to cover between the uniforms and track and bus driver and gasoline. So we were coming to see if maybe the City of Robertsdale could help us out with the last little bit we've got to take care of. Billy, you want to say anything?
I would really appreciate it if we could get it. Our uniforms really, the other ones were really wore down.
I bet.
We really appreciate the new uniforms.
I hope we can get those uniforms because mine, it was very big.
They are kind of old. I actually ordered them in 2013. That's how old they are. So any help we can get, we greatly appreciate it. Thank y'all for this.
Oh, man. Well, so folks, if we have a motion and a second on the floor, and then we can discuss it.
Well, Coach, how in the world are we gonna say no when you bring them up and they talk to us like that? Yeah, that's wise.
Thank y'all.
Mayor, I guess I'll be the one to, Coach Wilson, you said how much, did you have an amount in mind or we were?
We're about $1,200 short for whatever we can get.
All right, council, see, we normally look at 500, what what's somebody thinking? Since the uniforms are so old and there's such a need, I at least think we ought to give them, I'm gonna make a motion that we give them, you say $1,200?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna make a motion that we give them $1,200 to make them clean and ready to go to play. So, Mayor, I make a motion, we donate $1,200 to the Central Baldwin, isn't it?
Yeah.
Central Baldwin track team.
And cross
And cross country.
All right, we have a motion on the floor. We need a second.
I'll second it.
Jonathan Lynn seconds. Any discussion? That was a lot of discussion that y'all gave. That was
Yeah.
good. All righty. Please signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Yay.
All righty, and then we have, the next item on the agenda, is going to be unable to attend and have rescheduled for the next council meeting, which is Suncoast Builders, AB Supply, and Parish Tractor. So that will be, the next council meeting, will not be tonight. All righty, and we have under unfinished business, item number 4. Number 1, election of the mayor pro tem. Election of the mayor pro tem. So I, as the mayor, would like to make a recommendation that I would like Mr. Paul Hollingsworth to be mayor pro tem. I need a motion and a second.
Mayor, apparently, no one is, making a motion to honor your request that I be appointed, mayor pro tem. And I would like to say to you, I thank you for your trust in me to be mayor pro tem. It would definitely be an honor to serve as mayor pro tem of Robertsdale, Alabama, a city that I love and been part of. And that would have been a real honor for me. But apparently, there is a feeling that when I look at it, guys, there's no question that I am qualified to be mayor pro tem. But apparently, I've conducted myself in such a way that I'm not worthy of it, which is okay. It's okay, guys. You know, we got 4 new council members sitting here that is the future of Robertsdale. I mean, we're looking at the future right here, guys. And I would love to have had the opportunity to serve. And again, I thank you for that. All I can say is, and I'll say it to anyone, and I know we're on here, I love this city, and I will do everything I can to make sure we as a council, because I don't want us to be divided over this. Division is not good for the city. And I don't want a division about anything. But I certainly don't want a division over where I'm, because it's something I guess you could say is personal, and I don't want it to be personal. I want us to work together for the betterment of our city. And everything we do will be to the good of the city. So apparently, Mayor, I haven't gotten the respect of my council members to appoint me as mayor pro tem. So I respectfully withdraw my name in consideration for that position.
Okay, I'd like to make a recommendation at this time. I would like.
Whoa. That, you're fine. It just needs to be recorded. There was no vote. No motion made. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. That's fine. All right, so I would like to make a motion that Dana Overstreet is mayor pro tem.
Hold on. All right.
You can't make a motion.
Right.
You can recommend,
You
but
can
you can't make a
recommend.
That's what I
motion.
meant to say.
Yeah, okay. All right,
Sorry.
so you're just making a recommendation.
Dan, is that okay? Dan, is that okay? Yeah.
Mayor,
I'll make a
So I need a motion in a second. Manning makes a
I'll make
motion. Second, I need a second.
I'll second.
Kitchen seconds. Any discussion?
Mayor, I would like to comment that, I know Dana can be an excellent mayor pro tem. I think either one of them could be an excellent mayor pro tem. Again, with my feelings that we need to work together and do what is due, whoever you recommend, I will certainly vote for.
Thank you, Mr. Paul. Any other discussion? If none, so,
No. No. Disgraceful. No. That's fine. You're entitled. I have nothing to do with y'all's feelings. Y'all can have any feelings you want. I'm not telling you that. But you're not allowed to comment during this particular type. At the end of a meeting, y'all are allowed to have public comment about it. Sure. It's just there's a time you have to do it and you don't do it. Okay. All right, sorry.
oh, you're fine. Okay, so putting the motion in move, all in favor, please signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, the next item, number 2, under the unfinished business, is the ordinance number 006-2025, Superintendent of the Utility System. So for this ordinance, do I suspend the rules
Again.
now, or? I
No,
mean,
you
no.
don't have to resuspend.
That's the
You
ordinance, I
would just
suspend the rules, we
Call
just-
for a motion
Okay,
from
yeah.
the council if they want to make one or not.
Okay, so I need a motion and a second, and then we can have discussion.
Mayor, hear none from my colleagues, I guess I'll be the one that take hold and go. For you people, I just want to make sure my fellow council members and everybody understands that what she's out calling for the agenda is the appointment of the mayor as superintendent of utilities. And I'm going to give you a little bit of history as to what that position is. That position is called the superintendent of utilities. In 2008, I was part of that. We as a council created a full-time mayor position. When Mayor Murphy was mayor, he retired from his job and he was available to be a full-time mayor. So we decided as a council to make him a full-time mayor so that the citizens of Robertsdale would have a mayor full-time. He would come to work at 8 and go at 5, and it would be here for the citizens to use and he can go to the meetings and do all the things that a mayor is required to do. That was in 2008. We have had a full-time mayor since 2008 for 18 years. The city of Robertsdale has had a full-time mayor. And because Mayor Murphy, and let me explain that we had to create this position called Superintendent of Utilities / full-time mayor, because you can't raise the mayor's salary during a term. In other words, when you're elected, you can't go there and raise your salary. So we can't or could not at the time create or call it or raise the mayor's salary. So we had to create this position called Superintendent of the Utilities. And our counselor sitting over there is the one that drew up the ordinance that created the full-time utilities position. That position has been there, and Mayor Murphy stayed full-time until he was no longer mayor. Because he stayed on the full-time, we as a council never had to vote on that position because it didn't change. And now we have a change in that. We got a different mayor. So we as a council has to vote on an ordinance to make this mayor full-time. And we call this, this position Superintendent of Utilities / full-time mayor. So if the council wants to have a mayor that's full-time for the citizens of Robertsdale, they need to pass this ordinance, because the ordinance is the one that gives her the position of superintendent of utilities so that she comes to work every day. She reports to work just like any employee, and she's available to go and represent the city. I mean, just think what the mayor has to do. Go to Montgomery all the time, go to luncheons. There's just all kind of things. So I believe that if the city of Robertsdale had a full-time mayor for 18 years, we certainly in a position now that we ought to continue having a full-time mayor. I just don't want to see us going back to a part-time mayor, so that the mayor has to go find another job and then get off of that job to go do the duties of mayor. So I'm asking my colleagues here to consider passing this ordinance so that the city of Robertsdale can have a full-time mayor. Now, I don't know what the feelings is, but with that in mind, I proudly and happily, for the citizens of Robertsdale, make a motion to approve the superintendent of utilities position to our current mayor.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor. We need a second.
Can we ask a question? Can we do questions? No. Can we update that ordinance in any way?
You can,
There's some part of it I don't agree with.
You gotta have a second, maybe.
okay, where you are procedurally is you either get a second so that you can discuss
And
and
then vote down.
potentially make an amendment. Although you have limitations to any amendments you want to make because it is in an ordinance form. So, the only thing that can be approved is the ordinance that was previously submitted at the last meeting and the details contained therein. In order to make an amendment, if you get a second and if you go to discussion, the only way to make an amendment to an ordinance that has already come up before the council, the amendment would be considered a first time before the council. So you're gonna have to go back through a motion to suspend the rules in the event you then wish to get to a motion to make an amendment to the ordinance. Obviously, suspension of the rules requires a unanimous vote if you decide to do that. So just from a procedural, and y'all tell me if I didn't make it clear, you either get a second, you don't get a second. If you don't get a second, motion fails. Y'all do what you want to do. That's like it was the first time we met.
Okay.
If you get a second, you can go in discussion, but if you're gonna try and do an amendment to an ordinance, because the amendment is the first time coming up for review in front of them, you're gonna have to go through a motion to suspend the rules to decide if you want to do a motion to amend the ordinance. And that's a long way of saying a lot of procedure, but that's generally how I understand it, if that helps everybody. Anybody got any other questions, let me know. That's a little, deep in the weeds, but
Counselor,
for the most part.
Counselor, I have a motion on the floor
Right,
to appoint superintendent of the utilities to the current mayor.
I understand that.
All right, and we had a point that you gotta have a second.
Correct.
And if nobody seconds that motion, that means nobody's in favor of the motion to have a full-time mayor.
As it reads now.
Well, I
As
would
it reads
disagree with
currently.
that. I don't think that's what that means. I think it means they're not seconding the exact ordinance as it's currently written. They're not saying that specific point, but they are saying if there's not a second, that they're not voting to approve the current proposed ordinance. Is what that says.
And we can bring it up at the next meeting.
Anybody
you would
can
have to
bring
do it another
this
way.
back up. You can bring it back up for consideration if y'all want to. That's up to y'all. The body.
But we can discuss it if we second and then table it, or?
No, it'd go
No.
to a vote. If
Okay.
you get a second,
Okay.
and then you go to discussion, then it goes to a vote. That's procedurally where that would go.
Just a
What-
second and
So
discuss it.
we would call for
A
a
second.
second if there's a second, and if not, then that
So-
motion dies.
My fellow members, what we're doing then, if you all are gonna pass it on down, that means that the city of Robertsdale is going without a full-time mayor another 2 weeks. And we're in limbo with a part-time mayor trying to run the city, so.
Well, I think at this time, Mr. Hollingsworth, I think you've made your motion and you did your deliberation. I think you're done. I don't mean to cut
So-
you off, but I believe you are.
I got you.
Yeah.
I respect you.
Sorry. No,
So I can second, I'll second it.
anybody can.
Jonathan, second.
I'll second.
Okay,
Thank
now
you.
you in discussion.
Now we need
Okay,
discussion.
so y'all got two discussions based on the second, so y'all knock yourself out.
Does that,
All right.
Counselor, does that mean I talk now?
That means y'all all get to talk now.
So I'll start. Here's my thoughts. So the way the ordinance is written is it's the same exact pay and everything that Charlie was making. But the next thing on the agenda is asking for help to run the city.
No, that's gonna be tabled.
Well, I didn't know that, but I'm just saying, if you're looking for a city administrator or manager to help you run it, then you're not doing the same duties as that ordinance was laying out, I guess, is where we're all at. That's where our whole thought process where we were fine with making you a full-time mayor, but not at that rate, because you're not doing the full job potentially that I'm not saying you wouldn't be doing the full job, but if you're gonna have someone else underneath you helping you, then probably we should have split some of that salary up for the the utilities to help pay for them or someone else. So that was my thought process on this whole thing. It never was to, shun you and say you shouldn't be a full-time mayor. It was, I wasn't in agreement with you being a full-time mayor at the same rate Charlie was doing everything if you're asking for help. So that's my thoughts on it. And that's where I asked Ken if we can amend the salary, if we were gonna move forward with the next one, to help use some of that money to pay for another worker or help,
Okay, I can't
Yeah.
go to the
And
next
one
one
of-
until we get there,
Yeah,
but it's
I know.
gonna be,
Okay.
What's, and some of this, discussions that we've had, is, we need more people. We need more people. And how do we justify more people? How do we pay for those people? And so it's not just the fact that we don't want to have Ruthie as a full-time mayor. It has nothing to do with that. We want her to be a full-time mayor. We want her to have the benefits. We want all that. What's best? You're asking a brand new council that's come in and just to go with what was already there. And a lot of the people in the city wanted that change. They wanted that. That's what they asked for. That's why we're up here. And so, so that's what we're trying to look at, and I hope y'all understand that. And I hope that's, makes sense to people, but, so salary wise and stuff, that's what we're wanting to look at, not that,
so that's not gonna happen.
So-
Manager.
Okay.
Yes, that's done. That was just
Mayor.
third on this.
Hold on, one at a time.
Yeah.
Let everybody
So-
hear you talking.
I'm sorry.
That's
So,
okay.
so from here, my question would be, as far as the salary, if we're looking at the salary and you have to discuss this in open, what you're making compared to what, some of the other city mayors are making, are we in line? Are we not in line? How do we move forward from here to where we can research it, where we can look at it and make a decision quickly in the next time?
Would that
what-
come
what-
up on the pay study that we're talking about doing, or I don't know, I'm just asking.
We kind of got the agenda ahead of each other.
Yeah.
And that's the problem.
I didn't mean to cut you off, I'm sorry.
Mayor, my turn. It seems to me like that we can simplify this thing very good. For 18 years, we have paid the full-time mayor position. 2 months ago, when Mayor Murphy was here, the mayor's position, full-time position, was worth what he was getting. I guess we're scared to say what it is, but I don't even know why we're scared to do that. But he was making, in other words,
$112,000.
he was making around when we passed it in '08, it started out at $50,000 for the full-time mayor position.
No,
All
plus
right,
his
and
salary for mayor.
And over the 18 years, it has increased from 50,000 to around 70,000 or 75, 74, somewhere along in there.
Plus the mayor's salary of 36.
Plus, if the mayor's salary we can't change, all right, that position, and that's what we're talking about, is that position was worth $70,000 2 months ago. And now we are going to belittle, and how you like that word? We're going to belittle the full-time mayor's position down to whatever else is. In my opinion, the city of Robertsdale is certainly in financial situation that we can be proud that we gonna pay our full-time mayor the full time that we've been paying for 18 years. And why are we up here trying to figure out, because we need a full-time mayor, we need to pay the full-time mayor what we've been paying him. We've been paying it for years.
Mr. Paul, he did not make the same salary 2 months ago that he did 18 years ago.
I mean, he was,
But we haven't changed. Yeah,
Why-
whatever he got, I think the new mayor should get it. I mean, that's just plain and simple to me. Thank you.
What's that?
So where am I? I mean, I know where I am, but
Okay,
All right,
we
are
got to
y'all-
vote on the
so
motion.
this
The
is
motion is,
Well, are you through with discussion? Is the body through with the discussion?
Well, I mean, so we're at,
If you're through with discussion, you go to a full vote. That's all I'm trying to figure out is that everybody's through with the discussion. Anybody want to say anything else about it? That's all I'm asking.
I will say that if you were looking at around, when you asked about the other mayors, do you know how much Fairhope's mayor makes?
I have no idea.
It's a bigger city, right? Much more bigger utilities. It would be equivalent to a few $1,000s lower here. And
She
I-
has
that's-
500 employees under her.
Yeah, so that was where
500.
we were trying to look at it to see. I know
she
what Charlotte.
flip-flops though. The mayor's salary is 85 for her, then,
I don't think you comment.
sorry.
No offense. But you can't comment on a matter where.
And yeah, they pay her
receive pay.
25,000 for the utility.
Wait a minute, the mayor can't comment?
Not on a matter advocating a position that she may receive money. That is correct.
Okay.
No. This is the body's time to comment. Any more comment, discussion by anybody?
Got to call for a vote.
Well, I just want to make sure everybody.
We're not against it. There just needs to be some discussion and maybe a salary study. We're not against making her full-time. And it's not belittling or anything like that, Mr. Paul.
Ken, is
Hey,
there any way we can
thank you,
approve a
Damon.
lower
Hold
amount?
on. You go.
Is there
You
any,
went first.
is there any way we could approve a lower amount now and then adjust it at a next meeting?
Today, I would say the only way you can do that is if you make a motion to amend,
Mm-hmm.
you get a second.
Mhm.
But the motion to amend, I gotta think about it for a second, but I know for a fact, because changing the amount would be bringing that for the first time before the body for
Mhm.
consideration, you're gonna have to have a motion to suspend the rules. So
Okay.
you would have to make a motion to amend and suspend the rules. That'd have to be seconded. That would have to have a unanimous vote. If you want to deliberate about a different amount, you can continue, you can do that as well. You know, I don't know how y'all are voting and that's y'all's business, not mine. But, if you go straight to a vote, if the vote fails, then that's over as far as the way the ordinance currently exists. There is nothing prohibiting anybody from bringing up this subject matter at a later council meeting to have a discussion about different terms in an ordinance. That's strictly up to y'all, whether y'all decide you want to do that or not, however you feel like you want to vote tonight. So that's procedurally the easier way if this body decides they want to go that way. Clearly, if you go the other way, motion to amend and suspend the rules, you're gonna need a unanimous vote on that to change that. And then you would have to have a vote on that if the unanimous consent is given. Kind of getting in a little procedural weeds tonight, but that's where we are.
Mayor, may I have the floor? Counselor, I guess, can I talk?
Yeah, y'all in discussion?
Okay. Fellow colleagues up here, we're in a dilemma that we don't need to be in. We need to try to figure out a way. What I'm hearing from you is that you all are in favor of a full-time mayor. You're just concerned about how much to pay that full-time mayor.
That's correct.
But, and it doesn't matter who the mayor is. We're talking about the position. We're talking about what is the mayor's position worth in Robertsdale, Alabama. Now, you all think that it's less than what Mayor Murphy was making. I think it should be the same, if not more, but that's me. But since we're in a dilemma, and Counselor, I think I'm correct on this in parliamentary procedure, I'm going to make a motion to table the, I'm gonna make a motion to table the motion on the floor and ask that we set a committee of 3 people to determine what we think the mayor should receive, since the question in hand is how much we gonna pay. And I don't think we gonna figure that out tonight, because we all gonna have different ideas on it. So if we can table it, and then, I guess the mayor would appoint the 3 or whatever. I'm trying to think. Hold on, I still ain't got my motion in.
No, I'm
My
not
motion-
going, I'm not there yet, Paul. I'm thinking about
My
something
motion
else.
is to table the motion on the floor and appoint 3 of us council folks can get together and come up with what we think the mayor's salary should be. And my question, Counselor, is who appoints those 3? Does the mayor do it?
Well, before I get to that, I gotta back up. Because I gotta think about this one, to be honest with you, Mr. Hollingsworth. The general rule with ordinances, as opposed to a standard motion, or a main motion, or a,
Yeah, you got to spin the rules. I understand it. Go ahead.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, the general ordinances are different than main motions.
Right.
If you come up here and you had, Cowboy Productions, I'll just use them since we did that already. They had something, y'all made a motion to table. Let's say for whatever reason, when it comes back up on the next council meeting, because it's just a motion, you can vote and table it again. Maybe I don't have y'all an opinion yet, or you're still waiting on me to get something, whatever. And y'all are like, we want Ken's input before we vote on this. And so you can table it again. My general understanding is ordinances are different. And that ordinances, when they come up at the first meeting, if they are tabled, if they are not voted on at the next meeting and approved or disproved, they're done and they can't be tabled again. So my belief is that ordinances have a different procedural aspect under Robert's Rules of Order for the second time they come up at a council meeting. That's where I was going, not with the whole unanimous part of it. So
Okay, let me.
what I'm saying is, I'm not,
Maybe I can simplify this for you.
I think you're at a vote.
All right, I can make a motion to table it until the next meeting.
I don't know that you can. I don't know that you can. I think ordinances that came up that were for the first time presented to the city council, which was the last meeting, and you voted to table it at the last meeting. At this meeting, a subsequent meeting, the general, and I pulled a lot of this because I had an idea I might wander into it tonight. My understanding, and from what I've read thus far on this subject, is the ordinance that was presented, tabled, has to be put back on the table and voted at the next council meeting, or that motion is over. With regards to an ordinance only. Y'all can make any motions that are main motions, general motions, et cetera. Y'all can table those all day. But I think the ordinance expires tonight if there's not a vote, whether it's voted and approved or not voted on and denied. So what would happen is if it's not approved and it doesn't go through tonight, then y'all can vote to appoint a committee, or you can vote to put it back on another agenda or whatever. It's just got to come up fresh all over again in an ordinance form. That's all I'm saying. You can still get to where y'all want to get to if that's what I'm hearing. It's just there's a real way you got to kind of go procedurally to get yourself there.
So if we turn it down tonight, we can bring it back up and
Y'all can bring up any yeah, it's not dead like for the term or anything.
Okay.
There's no expiration on bringing up an ordinance for the council to consider for this position. You're not, if you vote not to approve it, y'all may vote to approve a different one in 2 weeks. I don't know. There's no expiration on it. It's just this exact ordinance as written has an expiration, and it's tonight. If you come up with a brand new ordinance, well, it goes through the same expiration period. Y'all can vote on it, discuss it, whatever it is everybody wants to do. I don't know about that. But procedurally, I think this ordinance either goes tonight or not. If y'all want to revisit it and pass another ordinance with different terms, then you have that right. Everybody sitting up here has that right for that to occur. Did I make myself clear? Did I confuse anybody?
I'm totally confused,
I'm
but,
sorry.
I want to say to my colleagues, I'm excited that you do want a full-time mayor. I think that's important for you citizens out there to have a full-time mayor. I think we've got to find some way of doing that. And to come up with whatever the salary is, what I'm saying, let's work together, get 3 people, and let's come up with what we feel like the position of mayor is in Robertsville, Alabama. Now, Counselor, you're saying that I can't table that because I know they don't want to vote to not have, I certainly don't want to vote not to have the mayor, and I think my colleagues are the same way. And the concern is just over the amount of money that we're going to pay him. So how can we get there? And you didn't explain it how I get there. I've tried 2 ways and you won't let me.
No, there's two ways there's a way you get there. If, based on what I'm hearing thus far. And I generally try not to assume a lot for y'all because that's a bad thing for me to do. But just based on what I'm hearing, that there's some disagreement within the body about the amount involved. If the body doesn't support this particular ordinance, there's going to be a vote. And then the body will either vote not to support this particular ordinance as it's written, or they will vote for it. One way or the other, the ordinance receives an end tonight, which it has to receive. It's the second meeting.
Well, my
Hold
motion.
on, hold on. Let me answer it all. The body can draw up or call me and say, Ken, draw up a new ordinance. And y'all can decide. You can make a committee to look at it and talk about it with 3 members like you suggested. You can do a variety of different things. And all that has to be done is, if it wishes to be another reconsideration of it, but with different terms of some sort, or terms everybody agrees on, whatever, is call me, I draw up a new one, we go through the whole ordinance procedure all over again, and then that comes up before the body. You're not prohibited from bringing it back up. You just can't use this vehicle here to get there. That's all I'm saying. Y'all can bring this all back up at another meeting in whatever form y'all tell me to bring it up in. That's procedurally how I understand it.
Yeah, and so in that, we can discuss salary, we can discuss vehicle, you say vehicle, meaning this
Y'all
procedure,
can
but we can
discuss
discuss,
anything
you know,
that's in the body of that
giving her a
ordinance
vehicle and
that y'all want me to.
phone or whatever the case may
Yeah.
be, whatever we wanna pay, whatever the city. needs to
Anything
pay.
that's in that ordinance, y'all wanna talk about it, but you would propose a new ordinance at that time. Or you go to a workshop session and you have an open discussion in front of everybody about it, if you wanna do it that way.
Okay, I'm trying to think about, because I'm just one vote here. All right. It seems to me like I have two choices. I'm either gonna vote no, and that means it dies, and we do not have a full-time mayor, and, we're gonna go another 2 weeks. If I vote yes, that means it approves the ordinance that's here tonight. And this ordinance here tonight on the table, if I vote yes, that means that I'm voting that my mayor will be full-time and my mayor will get the same pay that the outgoing mayor got.
There you go.
If you get a yes vote tonight, hey, guys, please, we're trying to figure this out. None of them are against whatever. We trying to work together as a group.
If
This
you
is
vote
Robert's
yes, it's
Dale.
real simple. If you vote yes, hold on. Oh, I'm sorry. You go.
No, it's just, so many people came to us when we decided to do this and say that they weren't happy with how things were done in the prior administration. So they told us, we want people to ask questions, we want to do this. So we're not honoring the people that voted for us or what we believe if we just, we don't ask these questions. We have, every department is begging for employees. So we have to really look and see like the big picture of it. So many people had come to me and said, it's, that's a lot of money for that one position when others are hurting. So we really I think it's great that we're gonna do the salary study or all those things. We want her to be a full-time mayor. We want her to make good pay. It's not like we're attacking anybody or anything. We're just looking at the big picture. And I think it's the first time it's been done in a very long time and it's different, it's new. So please don't take what we're doing as disrespectful. We just want to fully dive in and see everything and get all of the, So, I just don't want people to think that we're disrespectful or anything.
Back to your question. Yes approves the ordinance as written.
Right.
No does not approve the ordinance as written. That's
The no
really-
means
it's
that-
that simple.
The no means that the ordinance dies.
Correct.
And there's no superintendent utility / full-time mayor. That's what it means. You either vote yes, that you're approving what was approved before, or you vote no, that we're not going to have a full-time mayor and until a later day. That's simple and sweet, it seems to me like.
Agree. It's just whatever everybody wants to vote.
Well,
Discussion.
And each of my colleagues up here could have the same thing. I'm going to come out and say, I'm voting yes, because I feel that that's what Robertsdale needs. Robertsdale needs a full-time mayor at a full-time price that we can be proud of. And dadgummit, that's the way I stand.
Any other discussion from the body?
Some of you all want to comment? Don't.
No, I think we've commented and discussed. We're not, we wanna look at it and make sure that, $113,000 is where we wanna be. And that's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. It's more than most and not saying she's not worth it. And maybe what we come up with is.
Bill's mayor is 125 before this election, to give you an idea.
Yeah. So that just kind of lays out where it is. It's not, again, we're not saying Ruthie's not worth 112, but how do we, you know, and the next spot is the city manager position that we thought we were voting on tonight. So, you know, that's, I mean, that's where we are. I don't know what else to say. I mean, again, not looking to make people mad, but just trying to do what's best in our eyes.
Any more discussion from the body? All right.
I call for a roll call vote.
Mayor Campbell,
I can't
No,
vote
she
on the
can't
candidate.
vote.
she abstains.
I can't vote on it.
Yeah, she can't vote.
Jonathan Kitchens,
No.
Adam Manning,
No.
Jonathan Lynn,
No.
Dana Overstreet,
No.
Paul Hollingsworth,
Yes.
Okay, that ordinance fails then, and y'all move on to the next, item of business.
Okay, so the next is ordinance number 008-2025, Robertsville City Manager position. We couldn't come to this until after the superintendent, and this is, after speaking to Ken about this position, I was gonna ask for a motion to be placed to stricken this from the agenda and from the position.
You wanna just, and if I may
Stricken it.
just elaborate, that's
Stricken.
fine. Motion to strike and or withdraw.
Do I need to
Withdraw.
make a motion? Don't I need to make that motion
You
and then?
would,
Yeah.
or somebody.
I would think a motion needs, so what did you say, Mayor? You would like for us to
To
do what?
withdraw completely from the agenda.
I make a motion that the, Robertsdale City Manager position be withdrawn from the agenda for later consideration.
Got a motion on the floor, need a second?
Hold on. You threw that last little bit in there on.
Yeah, is that,
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's, if you make a motion to withdraw it, it just goes off the agenda, period. Y'all have the right to bring it back up at some
I'm
point whenever you want.
I'm
When you
asking-
say to a later date, you're getting into tabling territory, and that's a different motion.
I make a motion that we take the Robertsdale City Manager position off the agenda at the advice of the mayor.
I need a second.
Second.
Is there any other discussion? None so be. All in favor, please signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, the next item on the agenda is new business. And the first is the consideration to observe Friday, December 26th, which of course is right after Christmas on Thursday. So the Friday after, and January 2nd, which is a Friday after the 1st, as gap holidays. So the consideration to observe Friday, December 26th and January 2nd as holidays. I need a motion in a second.
I motion that we consider that as a gap holiday for the employees.
I'll second.
Motion in a second. Any discussion? All in favor, please signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, next is the agreement for engineering services with Civil Southeast LLC relating to the 30 cubed roadway improvements at Highway 104 and Palmer Street. Oh,
Mayor, if I may,
I
just
skipped it.
get you-
I saw that.
Yeah.
Can I go back to it or do
You
I?
can.
Okay, so with that agreement with the engineer services that we heard during workshop from Adam, the engineer with this services, do we have a motion and a second on the floor?
So moved.
Mayor,
All right, we have a motion from Kitchens. We need a second.
I'll second.
All right, Manning seconds. Any discussion?
Mayor, I'd like to, add that and this is kind of for not only council, but for people. What we're doing here, guys, is all over you are familiar with the intersection at 104 and Palmer Street at Citizens Bank, the corner at Citizens Bank. We are getting that corrected. We're addressing, this council has gone into agreement with the county, and the county is helping us go 50-50. And we're getting an engineering firm to draw up all the plans and get it so we can address that intersection that I think all of us could agree needs to be addressed. So we're excited. I'm excited to see that done. That's what, I go there a lot, so I'm excited on that. So that's my comments, Mayor. I just wanted you all to know that that's a good project.
Yes, yes. Any other discussion? If none so be, all in favor, please signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. So item number 2 that I skipped, request to reappoint Ashley Kuchera to the library board. Need a motion and a second.
I make a motion.
Overstreet motions. I need a second
I'll second.
by Manning. Any discussion? None so be. All in favor, please signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. So next is the salary study, number 4 on the list, the salary study that was explained to us by Rusty earlier. First of all, need a motion and a second.
So moved.
Kitchens, second. Overstreet. Any discussion?
Just a little, Mayor, if I may. I understand y'all are voting to approve a salary study. I would ask you to consider amending the motion to authorize the mayor to enter into a contract if they find somebody suitable to do the salary study, so it doesn't have to come back and, go through the money and all of that all over again. You can knock it all out if you amend your motion to include that. If you're in agreement with it, of course. So who made
Are you good with
the motion?
Oh, yeah.
Because I'll make that amendment.
Okay, is there a second on the amendment?
Second.
Okay.
All right,
All
amendment.
Now call for discussion.
What?
It just, what I just did is just simplify it from having to come back. If they find a company they want to use, the mayor can go on ahead, execute the contract, boom, go on ahead and get it done. You don't have to come back and present it for another agenda item.
So we're voting on the amendment to do what?
To allow her to execute a contract
Yeah,
to do a
okay.
salary study with whoever.
Oh, so we're voting on the amendment, okay.
That's it. Okay.
You ready?
Okay.
Take your vote.
I vote aye if you're ready to call for a vote.
All right. Any more discussion? None so be. All in favor, please signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
So now we go back to the motion.
So motion,
Now, what is the motion? What is the motion to have a salary?
Motion was to do a salary study.
the salary study, and in the event that, Ms. Crowley brings the information to, then we're going ahead and giving me the privilege to move forward with it instead of coming back to council again.
Okay, what are we, I'm not sure I'm clear on what salary are we studying? Are we studying all the salaries
All
of
of the employees,
all the-
all the employees across the board.
So we're basically looking at, because we have a salary schedule
Mhm,
that everybody's paid according to that salary schedule.
mhm.
So we're basically going to look at that schedule and see if it's fair or equitable or whatever.
Yes, sir.
I think that's a great idea, especially with the new administration. We can make a study of and make sure that our salary schedule is correct. Okay, now I understand the motion.
All right, thank you. Any more discussion?
Okay, vote. You can vote.
All right, none so be. Please signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. We've already had our reports of the departments, which was great, guys. Thank y'all so much. Okay, resolutions and ordinances. Number 1 is the resolution number 013-2025 to hire Civil Southeast LLC on the 30 cubed roadway improvements at Highway 104 and Palmer Street. I need a motion. to
I make a
approve this.
motion that we suspend the rules for the
No.
passage of the ordinance.
That's,
It's just a resolution.
yeah, that's an ordinance. We
Oh,
do that
it's not
for an
an-
ordinance.
Okay, we can just, a regular motion can do it?
Yes, sir.
I make a motion that we approve Civil Southeast to do the engineering study.
Motion by Mr. Hollingsworth, second by Kitchens. Any other discussion? None so be. Please all signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, now we move into other new and unfinished business. And Ken, you,
Yeah,
want to?
Mayor, I will. So at this time, I have a matter that I would like to discuss with the mayor and the council regarding pending litigation involving the city of Robertsdale. And I would respectfully request, that the body make a motion and second it so that we go into executive session to specifically discuss about that issue.
Okay.
Mayor, may I make a request, and this may be out of line with the agenda, but we're about to go in executive session. We could be in there for 30 minutes, discussing, and everybody out here has got to sit and wait until we come back. And the only thing left is comments, and I think some of them had
One under,
ideas they wanted to comment. Could we get the comments and then go into, so that they don't all have to sit here and wait until we come back? Is there anything wrong with going ahead and opening the floor for the comments and then we go into executive session?
No, there's nothing legally incorrect or improper about that.
Well, Mayor, I request that we,
That's okay.
that we open up public comments now.
okay, so we're opening up public comments. That limits comments to 3 minutes or less on any comments that you may have. We can do that. We come back here and it doesn't. Yes, sir.
Mayor Campbell and council, my name is Joe Pileggi. I prepared statement. It was initially supposed to be for the previous meeting, the organizational meeting, but it now applies to both meetings. That first Robertsdale City Council meeting began on a high note with the inauguration and swearing in of Mayor Ruthie Campbell and the rest of the city council officers. Unfortunately, since then, it has quickly gone downhill from there as it progresses to the business agenda. The last meeting and tonight, Mayor Campbell proposed this nomination of Paul Hollingsworth to serve as Mayor Pro Tem. She got the motion, had to be from Mr. Paul himself, and no second was given. My reflections for this is simple. This is a disgusting and arrogant display of obstruction and undermining of the mayor's wishes. It's without question that Mr. Hollingsworth is the only one on this council qualified to serve as Mayor Pro Tem. He has 25 years of experience in city government, and no one is more excitedly loyal to this city than he. Let's do a little math here to illustrate. Mayor Campbell and Mr. Hollingsworth have a combined total of approximately 40 years of experience in city government. To my knowledge, the rest of you have 0. And yet you sat there on the first meeting and tonight. You sat there with your arms folded, one rolling your eyes in disgust like a high school sophomore who just lost a homecoming queen contest. Based on the behavior of our new council members in these meetings, there are rumors now floating around the city about the previous administration coordinating an effort to continue to govern this city by proxy through our new folks that are now sitting on the council, by obstructing and undermining our new mayor's agenda by promising political favors for your cooperation. Let me introduce you to a phrase that you may or may not have heard before. We the people. It means the people are in charge of the government. It was our votes that put you in your seats tonight on this council. That means you work for us. Put another way, it means we are your boss. Ruthie Campbell is our mayor, which means she is your mayor as well. She is mayor because she was the only candidate who came to us, we the people, and asked us what direction do we want our city to go in. She came to our senior center and went from table to table listening to our wishes. She came to my subdivision and others and knocked on the doors of all 160 units, introducing herself and asking the same question. So she is now our mayor, knowing the mandate we have given her. To obstruct and undermine her efforts is obstructing and undermining our mandate.
You have to stop pursuant to law. I'm sorry, but that's the
Okay,
time that's
all
allowed.
right.
I don't mind if you speak your time you're allotted at all. That was fine. I never said anything. No, stop. Please don't interrupt. He's up there. This is his time and I have to cut him off, unfortunately, at 3 minutes. So I have to ask you to take a seat at this time, sir.
All right.
Okay, all right. Now.
Is there anybody else?
Hello, Brad, I talked to you today. Your man called me back. If you don't know him, Jimmy Jackson, live on Ridgewood Drive. I agree with this man right here 100%. You two are brother-in-laws. Your husband's a law enforcement officer, so you should not be able to vote on anything that has to do with the law. That's Brad and the rest of the council. You shouldn't even be sitting in when they discuss anything to do with the police. You two can't discuss nothing outside of right here.
Hold on. That ain't got anything to do with anything that was on this agenda. You have a right to make a public comment about something that went on tonight.
Okay, I'm
and
saying it
that's
from
fine.
Paul Hollingsworth.
That's perfectly fine, but what you've said thus far hasn't got anything to do with anything that was talked about tonight.
Okay.
You can talk about Paul all you want. That's fine.
He is the only one that should have been mayor pro tem. Y'all four have no experience at all, and I watched the first meeting on TV, on the internet. It was a total joke. Ruthie and Paul is the only two that knew what was even going on. Jonathan, you was on the planning board. You got more than the others because they had never, I don't never see you at the council meeting. How many was you at? Can you tell me?
I've been coming for 3 years. To
Well,
every
I
single
hadn't
one.
seen when they did our subdivision. But Paul should have been the man to be what Ruthie had asked. And I will say this on the salary, and I'll ask you, hasn't the boss got to make more than any employee that's under them by law?
I don't.
Mr. Townsend,
Oh, you're talking to me?
I'm asking you a question.
I'm sorry. I don't give any legal advice
I'm
except to
asking
them.
just a question.
No, sir, I don't give a legal opinion or anything associated with my role except to these people. That's it.
If I'm not mistaken, a year or so ago, in Robbinsdale, an employee was making more than a boss. All the supervisors had to get a raise to get above the pay of an employee. So if Ruthie is full-time mayor, she deserves to make more than any of her employees because they're under. And I need to talk to you at my house again. Stop. I know most of them. Brad and me been discussing speed bump. 3 months, but Brad and me's friends, but y'all have got a lot to learn. I don't agree with the city council. I don't agree with brother-in-laws. Because what y'all discuss outside of here is not supposed to be what's discussed in here by law.
And there's your 3 minute.
Okay,
Okay, thank you, sir.
I'll be back.
Okay.
Thank you. Is there anybody else? Hi.
Good evening. My name is Benika Odom, and Ms. Overstreet,
Sir, I'm
thank you
sorry.
so much.
I don't mean to interrupt you. You have, if she's speaking, you gotta be quiet. So
I think Jason said I don't know.
I'm not talking about you sitting down. I was talking about you over speaking while she was trying to speak. She's entitled to be heard. It's her time.
Ms. Overstreet, thank you so much. It's very thoughtful in what you said in regards to you didn't want to come off as disrespectful or belittling. I think what you said has a lot of relevance into the what's going on with the economy. We do want to be very thoughtful and very intentional in the wages and the salaries of people. So that was very good. Thank you. Mayor, we chose you. We think you can do the work. We know you can do the work. You went outside and did the work for each and every one. I don't know each and every one of you, but I will be looking into each and every one of you and as well as my colleagues and Conrad's as well. We do want to make the city of Robertsdale everything that it can be. There is a lot of money coming into Robertsdale. I was not born here in Robertsdale, but I have been here and I have seen things. And there's a lot of stuff that can be fixed and a lot of things can be changed. But as Ms. Overstreet said, we do want to be mindful, but we want to be fair. There is something very important behind you guys that say, in God we trust. So we want to put God, decisions, and then everything else. So you started this meeting off with prayer, right? So to me, everyone believed in the Lord Jesus Christ. Is that correct?
Amen.
So we want you guys to go to Christ and make decisions, not your own agenda, not your own feelings. Even in the Bible, it tells you about business, it tells you about your family, it tells you about everything. The Bible is the roadmap to life. So we want you guys to pray and earnestly seek, Lord, teach us, give us wisdom, give us guidance concerning Robertsdale, concerning these people. It made my heart happy to see how happy you guys were about the children. You know, to do more for the children, to do more for the community. But in the same aspect, like this gentleman said here, he's very passionate. And some people will take that as him being favoritism or whatnot. But me having fresh eyes, so once again, I'm not from Robertsdale. I wasn't born in Robertsdale. But I've been here and I have invested a lot of money into Robertsdale. I have invested a lot of money into different organizations. And so I'm invested now, and I want to see Robertsdale thrive. But Robertsdale cannot thrive with division, as this country is seeing right now, right? A house divided cannot stand. It will not stand. It would fall.
It would fall.
So we trust each and every one of you, even you, sir, who have your head down while I'm speaking. And I've been looking.
Other stuff I gotta do in a
I
minute.
have been giving you 100% eye contact since I've been here. I couldn't hear you, unfortunately.
I'm sorry.
I have a little hearing loss, so I have sit in the back. I didn't want to come out here to the front, but when I did say, can you put your mic to the front, totally ignored. That's okay. Because
Well, I'm actually working.
well, that's okay. We all have different personalities.
It's not a personality, it's
But
a thing I have to do in
want-
5 minutes.
I want everything to be well with everyone and put us, first. Okay? So thank you for your time. I apologize for going over.
Thank you. Thank you. Ms. Jane, if you want to come up.
Hey, I'm Jane Martin, and I just wanted to make a couple of comments. I was disappointed in the last meeting that we had, and I expressed that. And I wanted to express it to each of you tonight too, because what I was told was that y'all were not supposed to be talking amongst yourselves about issues before it came up here. But it appeared at the last council meeting, as well as this one, that y'all had. It was planned to not vote on both these ordinances. And that's wrong. And the other thing that really bothers me is that you have some kind of idea, but nobody would speak up. How are you ever going to get anything solved if you don't talk, if you don't communicate, you don't let us know what's going on? There's something private going on up here, and it's not right. So please get it together for the sake of our city. Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Tony Meeker. I would give you my address, but I just moved and I don't know it. I'm in the new subdivision behind Walmart. I voted for each and every one of you on this, at this dais. And I think that you're gonna do a great job. But in observing the last meeting and this meeting, I would ask that when there are opposing views, we need to hear both sides. I can only assume why tonight Mr. Paul Hollingsworth was not approved. Nothing against you. I don't know you that well, other than looking into the fact I wanted to vote for you. Man has served the city for 25 years, 700 votes. Is that right? 700 votes. 700 votes. So some of us are wondering, what's going on? There was no explanation. It's not been hard to explain that. But anyway, we did elect you, and I have faith in you. I believe you're going to do the right thing. I see we've got kind of the older heads and some new, and that's good. We need that. We're in a growing city. I mean, we're in a growing city, and we need new ideas, but we need them explained. I don't understand if I don't hear what you're not saying. If I don't hear it, I'm wondering what's the problem. And so Mr. Hollingsworth talks a lot, but he knows a lot. Doesn't mean we always agree, but he's got a lot to say. I need you to talk too, because I have faith in you, but I need to know where's your thoughts going. Is the city in financial disarray? Or we need to hire a lot of people? Then say it, so we'll know. Hey, they're trying to get this thing balanced. Otherwise, I'm wondering what's going on. What do they know that we don't know? And of course, there are things that you know that we don't know. But we need to hear from you. Mayor, I'm so proud of you. I'm glad you're sitting in that seat. You got a big job ahead of you. I mean, a big one. You've got a city that's growing here, leaps and bounds. You need the support of these guys, and everybody's got to work together. And I know we can do it. We can do that. And so again, just communication, I think, is important. Okay.
Thank you, Tony. Anyone else? Yes, sir.
Well, my name is Clint Raymond, and a couple of things to say. I'm the troublemaker here. I've been living here for almost 4 years. I've been in a couple meetings, most all of them. So I see that the game is not over. We're still playing the same game. It's gonna be long 4 years because I'm gonna still be here. And I see what is coming behind what we saw the last 2 meetings. And not only I saw it, everybody else saw it. So in these 4 years, we're gonna really come and bring that thing out. First of all, kiddo, I have to say thank you to Mr. Paul. He's the only one who is explaining what we're talking about. Thank you, sir. Can see your experience and your love for our community. That's what we need. Thank you very much. For the new ones, and both for some of you, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm disappointed so far. So please step it up, because that's what I vote for you. I'm gonna repeat something that I did the first meeting that I said. Remember this, you work for all of us. We are your boss. In 4 years, you could be fired, and I'm gonna be here reminding you that. That happens to our last mayor. He didn't treat me well. He's not here anymore. So I hope you're not the next one, because we're here looking. Mr. Mayor, congratulations again, and thank you very much for doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
I have a couple of topics to talk about this meeting. So first one, a question. Why the discussions with the public of any topic, it always happen when you vote already? After the vote, we have a lot of good ideas that you never listen. Never. For the last 4 years, you made your dealings behind doors. When you came here, you knew what was going on and how the result was going to be. We have no idea back here. and you did your vote, and yes, you can talk at the end, not in the moment. So what we talk about, see, you made the decision already, and that happens right now today. When somebody says, no, you cannot vote, you cannot talk about it, and you vote, and we couldn't talk about her elections as the new position that the mayor proposed. That Mr. Paul was not accepted. That's incredible. I mean, he's the most experienced guy here. And no, none of them could say nothing. You vote, this young lady got the position. That's not right. Now we're used to, let me tell you, in our culture.
Oh, your time's up, sir.
All right. I have two more questions. Can I do those questions, just the questions?
Time's up.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else?
My buddy, he just thinks he's the troublemaker here. I'm the real troublemaker here. But first off, congratulations to everybody. Miss Mayor, well deserved. You not only won an election, but a runoff as well. You've never lost an election in our city. Council lady, to Mayor, Mr. Paul, thank you for all your time. Somebody said, you know, that we can kind of see from the outside looking in that there's kind of already stuff going on behind the scenes. And I believe they said to tighten it up. But most of us just want to say, knock it off, right? Like some of you want, I know it's not your job to look up and make eye contact. It's just your job to tell us when our 3 minutes is up. I'm going to try to be fast. But, you know, nobody's had a good answer for why Hollingsworth. You know, one win the first night would have been great. Her pro temp, every time the mayor's won an election, they've got to select their pro temp. Who's more qualified? Who's more qualified than Paul Hollingsworth? Ruthie, I love you, but if he'd have run for mayor, he may have won mayor. Everybody loves Paul Hollingsworth with the experience and his compassion for the city. There's not a better person for the job. And y'all guys, I feel for y'all because it looks like it's going to be an uphill battle the whole way. And I hope it's not. I hope y'all eventually put it behind you, step up and do what's right for the city. I still got time. I know you're wanting me out of here. But
I don't know why you said
I
that.
know. This is the first time you've looked up all night. I know it's not your job. I appreciate that. It's not my job to come up here and try to keep council members from derailing our city either. But we won't watch. She won the election fair and square. Not only that, she beat a 40-year incumbent to do it. Not only that, she beat the world famous coffee house in town to do it. She's won and won and won and won. And she only run on a few things. No eminent domain, no separate utility board, and transparency. She's not trying to get us a new baseball team. She's not trying to move into YMCA. She ran on a few things. And I don't think it's y'all's position to subvert it. Adam, please, look. Thank y'all for your time. Please do what's right for the citizens. For us, we voted her in, and in 4 years, we'll vote again. None of us dislike y'all. This doesn't have to be a high school popularity contest. This doesn't need to be the coffee shop either, where deals are made at the coffee tables and not the council room. And that's all I got to say. Thank you for your time. Appreciate you.
Thank you. Is there anybody else? Okay, so now we step into
Mayor,
executive session.
Mayor, is there any way I could make a comment? Council, can I make a comment?
Well, technically, you go to the other item on the agenda, Paul. After public comment's over, you go to the next item on your agenda.
So you're saying I can't?
Well, if y'all did public comment, yeah, you can comment. You can. Yeah, because I'm used to public comment coming at a different time.
Guys, I just want to say, this is Robertsdale, Alabama, and we are got the best city in the world. And I know there've been some comments about me, and I appreciate it. And, but, you know, we are these guys, my colleagues are elected, and we're going to work together. I'm going to make sure that we work together because I know I'm going to reach out to every one of them. And I know them, they will reach out to me. The most important thing is our city. It's not the personal, and I just want, I just want to say thank you for your support, your words, your support, but also get behind us as a city. We've got work to do, and we got to work together, and we're going to work with our mayor. We're going to make it work, and your comments just make us better. And you know, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. All right. All right. I'm okay. I don't have to have a position. That's not the important thing. The important thing is what's best for our city. And we all love it. And they love our city just as much as I love this city, okay? But thank you for being a citizen of Robertsdale. And we're gonna be okay. All right? And I'm gonna say go Bears. Let's go. Thank you, guys. Love y'all.
So do we motion to go into executive session or?
Actually, since you decided to go on ahead and move up public comments, you have one more item on the agenda besides adjournment, and that's information. I would go on ahead and do that
Okay.
so that they can go if they want to.
Okay.
If they don't want to, they can stay.
Okay, the last item on the agenda before our executive session is to reappoint Tanya Lynn to the Planning Commission.
I make a motion to appoint Tanya Lynn.
It's just information.
Oh,
She's already.
way to go, Tanya!
That's all right, though, thank you. So now we make a
Now
motion.
you can get to you, yeah.
All righty, I need a motion and a second to enter into executive session.
I make a motion, we go into executive session to discuss the items that's listed on the agenda.
I need
Uh,
a second.
Actually, it would be a motion to discuss pending litigation.
Okay. Make a motion, we go into executive session to discuss pending litigation.
I'll second.
First from Hollingsworth, second from Kitchens. Any other discussion about it? None so be. All signify by saying aye. Any opposed?
Hold on, has to be a full call the names on
Oh.
it, please. And I specifically state, so you'll have it, it's for pending litigation to discuss.
Mayor Campbell,
Yes.
Jonathan Kitchens,
Yes.
Adam Manning,
Yes.
Jonathan Lynn,
Yes.
Dana Overstreet,
Yes.
Paul Hollingsworth.
Yes.
Okay. We'll be convened and,
I mean, just temperature, like the AC wasn't on. I was burning up.
Wait just a second. TK.
Hot as heck back there.
All right, we have to actually make a motion to come back into regular council.
Yes, it'll be a motion to re-adjourn the council meeting once.
We gotta wait on Jonathan.
And let him come back with that.
No, don't let that. If you want one,
Oh. Got a hot mic.
I got a favor, as a Republican, there was a Republican Party, that man here, long-time Republican Party himself, and they come from all over the state. And he just,
You know, or she.
Bishop,
It's like,
pulled up and, Google it. There was about 15 or 16 folks from all over the state, all about here,
here in City Hall.
what it is, the long-time Republican Party for years has been here every week, and they put on big stuff, but, so I've been part of it, but I was not part of it, and,
Waiting on you.
okay, TK. Okay, I'd like now to make a motion that we have returned from executive session and are entering back into council meeting. I need a motion and a second.
So moved.
A motion from Kitchens and second from Lynn. Any discussion? None. If all signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion carries. We're back into council now.
Mayor, I'll make a motion that we approve the mediation settlement agreement that was discussed in the executive session, along with suggestions made by city attorney.
Okay, I have a motion on the floor from Jonathan Kitchens.
I'll second that.
Have a second from Manning. Any other discussion? None so be. All please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? None. Motion carries. Motion carries. Whew. That's it. So now we,
Mayor, I make a motion that we, table the next executive session
oh yeah.
to a future date.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor for our next item, which is executive session number 2. Motion on the floor from Mr. Hollingsworth. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second from Overstreet. Do we have any other discussion about this? None so be. Please signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. So,
Mayor, I make a motion, we adjourn the meeting.
motion on the floor to adjourn the meeting. Do we have a second? Overstreet. Any discussion? All please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Any opposed? Thank you very much. Thank you all for coming. Thank you for staying and waiting through that executive session.
Congratulations to Dana. I'm